Chapter 1. Introduction: The Sound of Steel. The Evergreen Correctional Facility stands as a stark monument to restraint and isolation, its cold steel bars echoing the stories within. As footsteps resonate down the stark corridors and doors clang shut with a finality that sends shivers down the spine, the audience is drawn into a world often overlooked. In Behind the Bars, Echoes of Redemption, we delve into the intimate diaries of a diverse group of inmates, each voice a unique thread in the fabric of this narrative. These jail diaries serve not just as windows into their lives, but also as mirrors reflecting their humanity, struggles, and aspirations. Through heartfelt reflections, we embark on an emotional journey that transcends the conventional tales of crime and punishment, focusing instead on the resilience of the human spirit. As whispers of hope emerge amid despair, an invitation is extended to understand the profound desire for redemption that lies within these walls. Chapter 2. The Diary of James Jimmy Thorne. In his diary, James Jimmy Thorne reflects on the harrowing journey that led to his wrongful conviction for drug trafficking, a twist of fate that forced him to confront a distorted perception of identity. Once a dedicated high school teacher, his self-worth now hangs in the balance behind prison bars. "I was taught to inspire dreams," he scribbles, the ink flowing with both despair and hope. Jimmy recounts the moment his life shattered, a desperate action taken to protect his family, which instead landed him in a world far removed from the classroom. The pain of leaving his wife and daughter echoes in his diary, while rumblings of exoneration flicker like a distant star. Through poetic reflections, he grapples with feelings of guilt and longing, fighting to reclaim his identity in a place designed to strip it away. "I am more than my mistakes," he writes, each stroke of the pen a testament to his enduring spirit. 3. In her diary, Maria unveils the layers of her life marked by injustice and resilience. Wrongfully accused of a crime, she recounts the harrowing experience of navigating the unforgiving justice system, facing not only the judgment of others but also her own doubts. Amid the bleak environment of Evergreen Correctional Facility, Maria discovers an unexpected refuge in painting. With every brushstroke, she expresses the emotions trapped inside, creating vibrant worlds that contrast with her harsh reality. Her diary entries radiate a spirit of sisterhood. She finds solace in connecting with fellow inmates through art workshops where they share stories and laughter. Maria's artistry becomes a powerful tool for healing, inspiring others to explore their creativity amidst despair. Each entry reflects her determination to transform the pain of her imprisonment into something beautiful, while also sowing seeds of hope and solidarity among the women around her, truly embodying the essence of resilience. Chapter 4. Brian's Redemption Road. Brian's diary entries capture the stark realities of life behind bars, where echoes of a violent past collide with flickers of hope for a better future. Once entrenched in the gang culture that thrived in the streets, Brian reflects on choices made out of fear and desperation. He writes candidly about the memories that haunt him, the faces of those he lost, and the weight of guilt he carries. Yet amid the hardship, he finds solace in newfound friendships within the prison walls. These relationships become his anchor, offering solidarity and encouraging personal growth. Brian dreams of redemption, envisioning a life devoted to mentoring troubled youth, hoping to steer them away from the path he once tread. His raw vulnerability shines through each entry, challenging stereotypes of inmates and revealing the depth of his spirit. In these moments of introspection, Brian constructs a narrative of resilience, from despair to purpose. Chapter 5. The Sound of Silence, Unspoken Truths. In the dimly lit corners of Evergreen Correctional Facility, the struggles of inmates battling mental health issues echo louder than the clang of steel. Fragmented diary entries unveil the silent turmoil within, painting a haunting picture of despair and isolation. "Some days it feels like I'm invisible," writes one inmate, lost in a fog of depression that clouds every thought. The soundscape gently shifts to the hushed tones of therapy sessions, where the deep breaths of participants punctuate the silence, revealing a space where vulnerability can begin to blossom. "I'm scared to open up," another reflects, hesitant to confront feelings that have long been buried. In these moments, the audio captures a raw, intimate atmosphere that invites the listener into their world, emphasizing the importance of understanding and empathy. Through their struggles, the narrative underscores a powerful truth. Behind the silent battles lie resilient spirits yearning for healing. Moments of Light, the Teacher's Program. In the heart of Evergreen Correctional Facility, Miss Rebecca Hayes, a dedicated volunteer teacher, enters with a mission to empower. Her diary entries illuminate the transformative experiences within the classroom as she navigates the complexities of teaching inmates who thirst for knowledge. The hum of turning pages and the sound of hopeful laughter fill the air, contrasting sharply with the stark reality of prison life. Through Miss Hayes's perspective, we hear about moments of triumph, like when Brian, who once struggled to read, proudly completes a writing assignment, while Maria finds solace in exploring literature. Each inmate's progress becomes a beacon of hope, proving that education can spark change even in the darkest environments. Yet alongside these achievements are challenges, the frustration of limited resources and the weight of past mistakes. Together, they create a narrative of resilience, reminding us that learning can illuminate pathways to redemption. Chapter 7: Breaking Chains, Letters from the Outside. As the echoes of clanging doors fade, letters serve as lifelines between inmates and the world beyond the prison walls. Each handwritten note becomes a vessel of emotion, carrying words of love, longing, and hope. Maria's letter from her sister speaks of childhood memories, painting vivid images of laughter and togetherness, a stark contrast to the stark reality of incarceration. Meanwhile, Jimmy clutches a letter from his teenage daughter, whose ink-drenched pages reveal a mixture of pride and pain as she navigates life without him. The inmates read these letters aloud during group sessions, their voices quaking with vulnerability. The separation compounds their struggles, yet the threads of connection woven through each line highlight resilience. These exchanges illuminate the enduring power of human bonds, reminding listeners that love can transcend barriers, nurturing hope amidst despair, and forging paths toward healing and eventual reunion. Escape plans, dreams of freedom. As the days blend into weeks at Evergreen Correctional Facility, the inmates gather for a candid discussion about their dreams for life beyond the barbed wire. Jimmy sketches a vision of family reunions filled with laughter and forgiveness, longing to embrace his children once more. Maria's ambitions burst with color as she dreams of opening an art school for at-risk youth, using her experiences to uplift others through creative expression. Brian, with raw determination in his voice, speaks of mentoring kids in his old neighborhood, hoping to steer them away from the mistakes he made. The sound of a ticking clock pierces the air, heightening the urgency of their aspirations. In this shared space, hopes intermingle, creating a bittersweet symphony of longing and determination. Each story embodies the resilience of the human spirit, reminding everyone that dreams, however distant, can spark a pathway to freedom and renewed purpose. 9. Confronting reality. As the stark fluorescent lights flicker overhead, the tension in the modest parole hearing room is palpable. James Jimmy Thorne sits at a small table, his heart racing as he prepares to face his past. The panel of stern faces before him represents a critical turning point in his quest for freedom. In his diary entry, he reflects on the weight of accountability, acknowledging the mistakes that led him here, while clinging to the hope for redemption. With trembling hands, he speaks, candidly sharing his journey of self-discovery and transformation within the prison walls. Meanwhile, Maria's voice trembles as she describes the unwavering support of her fellow inmates and the power of her art in healing. Brian articulates his desire to mentor others, emphasizing the lessons learned through pain. Their emotional testimonies blend into a chorus of vulnerability, revealing the profound importance of self-reflection as they confront the reality of their choices and seek a second chance at life. The role of family beyond barbed wire. In this poignant segment, the emotional landscape of incarceration is further unveiled through the voices of family members. Letters and recorded conversations reveal the profound impact of separation on loved ones. We hear from Sarah, Jimmy's sister, who speaks of the sleepless nights filled with worry and the struggle to maintain a sense of normalcy in their family. Maria's mother shares her unwavering support, even as she grapples with a society that often vilifies her daughter. These heartfelt narratives highlight the duality of love and pain within familial relationships, as each family member navigates their own grief while trying to provide strength. Soundscapes of family visits emphasize the bittersweet reunions, capturing both joy and sorrow. As the inmates reflect on their families, it becomes clear the bonds forged beyond barbed wire are essential in their journeys toward healing, illustrating that redemption is not solely an individual endeavor, but a collective one. 11. Healing through art, Maria's journey. In the heart of Evergreen Correctional Facility, Maria finds solace in creativity, transforming her anguish into vibrant art. Her diary entries chronicle the evolution of her artistic journey, revealing how each stroke of her brush serves as a cathartic release and a means of self-expression. Amidst the concrete walls, she organizes art workshops, inviting fellow inmates to explore their own creativity. As their hands touch the canvas, Maria fosters a sense of community and healing, uniting women bound by shared experiences of trauma and resilience. In poignant reflections, she writes about one particular art exhibition held within the prison, where inmates display their work for staff and visitors. The event becomes a powerful testament to their journeys and the strength of the female spirit. Through art, Maria discovers not only her own redemption, but also the ability to inspire and uplift those around her, illustrating the profound healing power of creative expression behind bars. Chapter 12, Building Bridges, Community Outreach Initiatives. In this chapter, the focus shifts to the initiatives undertaken by the inmates of Evergreen Correctional Facility to reconnect with the outside world and challenge societal perceptions of prison life. Guided by a shared desire to foster understanding, a group of inmates collaborates on community outreach programs, engaging with local schools and organizations through letters, art exhibitions, and storytelling workshops. Listeners hear entries detailing the transformative experience of sharing their journeys, which foster meaningful dialogues and break down the stigmas associated with incarceration. The inmates' words resonate with a newfound sense of agency as they witness the impact of their efforts, revealing the healing potential of connection. Soundscapes of laughter and collaboration fill the air as they showcase their talents, illustrating the power of education and community support. This chapter highlights the ripple effect their outreach has, not only in their lives, but in the hearts of those beyond the prison walls, igniting hope for collective healing. Proch 13, Beyond Regret, Forgiveness and Letting Go. In the dim light of the recreation room, the weight of past mistakes hangs heavy on the inmates as they confront their inner demons. Through their diary entries, they explore the often painful journey toward forgiveness, both of themselves and those they've wronged. Jimmy writes about the remorse that gnaws at him like a constant itch, yearning for a chance to rebuild trust with his family. Maria reflects on the anger she once harbored, realizing it only imprisoned her further. Brian recounts a powerful moment of reconciliation with a former rival, illustrating the profound strength found in vulnerability. Interwoven with poignant soundscapes of deep breaths and quiet sobs, these reflections evoke a catharsis that hints at liberation. The concept of forgiveness emerges as an act of courage, allowing these inmates to transcend regret and step closer to the redemption they crave, fostering healing that echoes far beyond the prison walls.